Hi everyone, Sherwood Small Pets here. Welcome to my reading room. I'm here with Remus and I'm going to attempt to film this makeup video like the 5th time. I've decided that I need to do these in like a mini series of categories, so I'm going to do eyes, face, and like your lips. So elf. But I'm going to do that because doing a drugstore cruelty-free makeup video was just getting too long. I do get very excited about makeup products and I like to talk about them, so I thought this is going to be like a 30-minute video if I don't separate it. So I'm going to start today with eyeshadows because eyeshadows are like, eyeshadow for me was my first love. It was the first way I could express myself creatively without like, because I wasn't good at clothes when I was in school, and when I went to high school I had a uniform, so makeup and eyeshadow were little things. I didn't wear a lot of it, but I loved eyeshadow and I wasn't really supposed to wear any makeup, so that was really a big frustrating thing for me growing up. And so when I got to university and stuff, I really started playing around with colors, and so because of that, eyeshadow is like my first love, followed by blush. But yeah. Oh, say hello to my succulents. I have a lot of them. Those are only some. But anyways, so we're going to do eyeshadows today. It's going to be cruelty-free eyeshadows from the drugstore. Because I know that eyeshadow is very expensive, and drugstores have really upped their game. Also in Canada, we've started carrying NYX in drugstores, and NYX has also opened their own stores in Toronto, Ontario, which is ballin'. It's made like cruelty-free makeup much more doable in the last year. It's opened up a lot of options, and it's much easier on our pocketbooks. And these, I'm only going to talk about products that are actually really good, and they're my favorite because I own them. So yeah, without further ado, let's look at cruelty-free eyeshadow. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about are liquid eyeshadows and eyeshadow sticks that I love. When I got started, eyeshadow sticks were really great and helpful for me because I didn't have access to a lot of brushes and whatnot, so things like this, and I wish we had liquid eyeshadows when I was starting out with makeup, because it makes things a lot easier, especially when they're good, and these ones are phenomenal. These are all by NYX. The first thing is the NYX Jumbo eye pencils. The most common one is the color in Milk, and it's super easy. I can't find mine, and it's driving me mental, but super, super awesome. I have this, oh gosh, this red color here. Look at all the freckles. And then the other two things that I'm going to talk about are two newer things launched by NYX, and they are called the Lid Lingerie. So they look a lot like the liquid lip lingerie, but they're for your eyes. And there's about 10 colors, I think. I want literally all of them. Right now I think you can only get them in the NYX stores and on the NYX website, but in Canada there's a NYX Canada website, so it's all Canadian prices. It's Canadian, like you don't get charged duty and all that stuff. And like, look at the color payoff. They are insane. Hello. They also wear all day. They don't move, they don't flake, they don't crumble. They're phenomenal. I can't even begin to describe how good they are. So if you're looking for something that's easy, I think the jumbo eye pencils are like $5, and these liquid lid lingeries are $9. So I mean, it seems expensive, but you look at how much you get, how much you need to use, and the payoff is spectacular. Anyways, okay, moving on. Okay, so I moved up to the windowsill for better light for eyeshadows because I think color is really important. The first two palettes I'm going to talk about, you can get them for anywhere from like $3 to $5. They are by Wet n Wild, and they have like just the base. The two that I have are Petal Pusher and Comfort Zone. They're the Color Icon eyeshadow collections, and they are phenomenal. So I just swatched my top colors from each of them. These three here are from the Comfort Zone. This color right here, the darkest one, is red, but it's got a green tilt shift. You probably can't see it because I'm not a makeup vlogger, so, but it's almost like the Urban Decay. There's an Urban Decay color that's very similar to this, and it's beautiful. So I actually bought this palette for like literally these 3 colors, and it's been worth it. The color payoff's great. Doesn't fall off. Can't really say anything else. And then this one's just a great purple palette. I'm a really big fan of purple eyeshadows. And this one is it's just great, especially if you're getting started or if, you know, for whatever. You can't go wrong with these. Cruelty-free and cheap. It's 2 things that don't normally go together. The rest of my eyeshadows from the drugstore are from NYX. A drugstore priced brand that is my all-time favorite brand ever is ColourPop. However, it's an American website. You have to pay pretty heavy shipping. So I didn't think that was right to put in the drugstore like category. It's still super cheap and they are the best quality eyeshadows I've ever used, but it's not really like a, you know what I mean? Anyways, this is my favorite fall neutral palette ever. It's the NYX Love in Paris. I'm not going to swatch it because, well, you guys don't need to see everything, but I'm sure you don't want to. But then we've got the Avant Pop, which color did I get? I got Art Throb because I like bright, really colorful shadows. This glare is driving me mental. But essentially, I like anything bright and pretty and sparkly. So this palette is great, and it's only $19, which for this many shadows really isn't bad at all. But my favorite eyeshadow palettes from drugstore prices are these right here. I have 3 of the 4. I was able to get these 2 in a NYX store. This one I did order online. There was no price difference. It's $20. They're each $20, and you get, I think, 16. Yeah, 16 shadows, which is ridiculous. Hold on, I'll swatch some of my favorite colors from each one. Okay, so these are 4 of my favorites from the, what's it called? Hold on. Yeah, the Cool Neutrals. There's also a Warm Neutrals, but I have the Love in Paris one, so I didn't really need another. They have another color that's kind of the red with the green tilt shift, just like the one I was talking about with the Wet n Wild. Very bright. I didn't want to swatch these because I knew they wouldn't come in, but all of these are super pigmented. You can't really see it, unfortunately, on this camera, but they're beautiful. I'm not as big of a fan of some of the matte shades, but I don't really wear matte anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then over on this side, I have the other 2 palettes. The first 5 colors are from the Brights. That's my favorite palette of all of them. And then the other one is from the Highlight, the Smoky and Highlight. And that's a beautiful palette as well. There's not enough I can say like good things about these 3 palettes. I'm sure the other one's great too. If you want, you know, if either you're just getting started or you're just getting into cruelty-free and you don't want to jump right into the super expensive eyeshadows by like Sephora brands, NYX and Wet n Wild have wonderful eyeshadows. Not all of the Wet n Wild stuff's awesome. NYX also has great single eyeshadows, but for the bang for your buck, you can't go wrong with these. Hope that was useful. If you want to see more of this, like if you want to see the foundation and concealer and blush and stuff, let me know in the comments below, otherwise I won't bother. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.